Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Hi, and welcome to Common Ground. I'm your host, Ashley Hall. Common Ground captures the creative process of various artists living throughout our region. Each week, we delve into the veiled history of our area, plus we take you inside the cultural events that put the North in North Country. On this week's episode of Common Ground, we introduce you to Zane Gray, a sculptor from Bagley who carves natural stone with fire. Mark Herbert of Park Rapids creates rock art. Plus, we take you on a tour of the Edge Center for the Arts in Bigfork. Finally, we end up at the Gathering event in Motley, which gives local families in the area a chance to find lost connections and learn about more history in the area.
With the gathering, there's 3 organizations that are involved. There's the community, and then there's the genealogy aspect, the family history, and then there's the historical part. And that's actually the community, what affects the community, it's the businesses, those kinds of things. And so we each do an aspect of creating a gathering. And the gathering actually is just the celebration of learning about all of that. We usually spend a year with a community preparing and then celebrating. And it's really what they do already. They have celebrations, they celebrate whatever kinds of log days or river days. Well, you just add the family history aspect to it and the historical aspect to it, and it becomes a gathering of that influence, I guess. So we work with the community after a town says, yeah, we'd like to do that. Then we hold the classes, and then the Historical Society, if the town doesn't know a lot of their history, that's where like the Morrison County Historical Society comes into play. They'll help them figure out, well, what formed the town? Why did this town end up here? And what's its main industries? You know, those kinds of things. It helps them put that part of it together as well.
I was asked at one time to do the history of the church, our church, and I researched that. Luckily, the Morrison County Historical Society had old Motley papers, and I just learned about the town, that early town. It was such a wonderful story. The Northern Pacific decided to cross the Crow Wing River on its way west at this spot, and that brought in sawmill owners that started the sawmills, and that brought in the people, and that early town was built around the sawmills.
My great-grandfather and his family came to Motley in 1883. They had 6 kids, and all of their kids married people from right around Motley. And so we have a lot of history around Motley. I have great uncle Claude, who owned a grocery store here in town. And my great grandfather had a livery stable here in town. And my grandfather, Max Townsend, there's a picture of him in the Motley Centennial book, on the river with doing logging.
The main point of having the gathering was for people to get together and make connections. And already last night at the fish fry at the Methodist Church, we were sitting at a table next to some other people who introduced themselves, and you know, they said, this is so-and-so Kennedy. And Greg goes, gee, my grandfather's name was John Kennedy, and he was from Staples. And the woman went, you're kidding. He was also my grandfather.
Yes. Yes.
So Greg's grandmother had married her grandfather after they had been, it was the second marriage. So it was very amazing, very amazing. So those kind of connections are being made today. I mean, everyone is going from one family display to the next and saying, wow, I remember this, or gee, was your aunt so-and-so or something? So it's just amazing. It's fun to see something that really works. I mean, it was planned to work this way, but it does work.
I'm a member of the Morrison County Genealogy Society. Part of our genealogy society, a big part of it, is educating and training and assisting other people on how to do their family history. And one of the ideas that came after we were formed was, how do we reach out into the other parts of the county? Because sometimes when you live in a town, you tend to stay within so many miles of that area. And so that's how the gathering conversation came about. We thought, how could we take family history, genealogy, and get it out to all the small communities, all the communities in the county. So we put that together, and our part of it is to be able to go out and educate folks on how to do their family history. So many think it's very interesting, but it's like overwhelming when they think about, where would I even start? What would I do? And so that's what we do. We usually start about a year prior to the event, and we hold classes, and we find out if there's not just beginners, but there are people who have worked on their family history. So then we will kind of tailor it to the groups that we have coming in. So we do the educational part, and then when it gets closer to their event, then we hold a class that helps them figure out how to display and show all the work they've done. It's still, the town has to be excited about it and want to celebrate it, and we're just there as a tool to help them learn how to do the family history aspect, and the Historical Society, the history. But we support the community all the way through the celebration. And it was very successful. We did Belle Prairie Township, the Belle Prairie Church in Morrison County for the very first one. And what led that one or supported it was the church. People were really interested in that township. And it was French Canadian. And they just took it and ran with it, and we're so excited. But it was more of the family history. They had done their church history, but not the family part of it. So that was our first one, and Motley is our second gathering. And the folks here in Motley, in the Motley area, have done a wonderful job. Their enthusiasm and their excitement really is what builds and creates this event.
And I just hope that everybody has learned something new about Motley, about themselves, and about each other. This was really great.
You know, I think if we go back, we all have a story about rocks. Rocks are mesmerizing. You find a rock that's pretty and you carry it in your pocket, or you keep it in your hand. You know, we've had them throughout history. As long as the world has been a rock. You know, folks have used cairns way back in the Scots used them for trail markers. The Confederates used them to give directions for where the troops should go. So they've been used all over the world for different things. So we all have a story about rock. You know, kids, we always had rocks in our pocket, or we go someplace on vacation. I don't know how many, even the older folks will say, "Oh, I don't know, there's this rock that I had to bring home." So it's kind of one of those universal things that everybody seems to be able to relate to, which is pretty awesome, because it kind of opens up the lines of communication no matter who you're dealing with. My name is Mark Herbert, and I make products with Lake Superior Stone. This is going to be our 4th year that we've been doing this now. So my wife is retired, and I'm working part-time, kind of maybe semi-retired if you want to call it. So we're kind of seeing how this goes. The kids are gone. There's not a whole lot of empty nest syndrome here happening. We're enjoying it. So we're just kind of expounding our banner. You know, where is it going to take us? I don't know. We might get too big and we have to say, nope, we're going to stay in this realm with that, because we certainly, again, part of what we like to do is when we go out and we actually get to talk to folks. And do that, and certainly it would be nice to do some shipping from home, but getting out is half the fun too. We've met some very awesome people. I've always enjoyed working with my hands. My dad was a woodworker and so it gave me something to combine everything that I love to do. The North Shore, Lake Superior, Minnesota, working with my hands, and things that kind of tie everybody together, and which seems funny, but rock in that. So it just seemed to be a natural fit for me. I don't have to be too precise like some of the wonderful woodworkers and such out there, because sometimes having things being off a little bit, especially with the stone, makes it that much more unique. I'm amazed at how many people say, well, you know, you got gray lamps, but you know, gray is gray. Gray is not gray. I mean, even in the gray colors, there's blues and there's greens to it, and there's, you know, dark and light and that kind of thing. I think that no matter what you put together, there's another one like it. You can have the same kind of style, you can have the same kind of, you know, obviously if you have stack lamps, there's stack lamps, but the coloration is so different. And I think how we do it is different. It's by no means is it a manufactured product. We pick our product, we drill our product, we cut our product, we put our product together, and it is made in Minnesota, where we make our products from Minnesota items. We make them here in Minnesota, and we take a lot of pride in that. We have a range of products that we make. We use Lake Superior rock, and we make rain gauges. We make bud vases. We make cairn bud vases, which are rock stacked around a bud vase. We do drawer pulls. We do coasters, we do buttons, we do necklaces, we do all kinds of things, again, all with Lake Superior rock in that. So we have a theme, we keep to that theme, we don't import rocks or anything, or we don't go to the railroad tracks and pick a bunch of rocks. So, and you can tell by the softness and the smoothness of the rock itself. So we make other products for some other folks. We have a friend who does some beautiful furniture work, and we make her drawer pulls, are the rocks that we make and pick for her. So we expand, and if folks call with a particular request, we certainly give it a shot if we can make something, and that's gone anywhere from pet grave, you know, headstones to stones that for grandma that, you know, they didn't have a head marker or something. So my father always said, do what you can when you can, because there might be a time when you can't.
My name is Kathy Champeau, and I am the chairman of the Edge Center for the Arts Gallery Committee. I am also on the board of directors for the entire Edge Center. Well, the gallery came into play in 2005 when the center opened. At the time, we had absolutely no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We just knew that we wanted to use this space as some kind of a gallery, and just started calling local artists. After a while, it just kept bigger and bigger and bigger. This year, for our juried show in July, we had 39 artists submit work. Out of that, 13 were brand new artists that have never been in our center. 4 of them just heard about us from other people. We had 37 artists accepted to that show. Well, this is Displacement. And it's a show that we got because something happened and it couldn't go where it was supposed to go. And through some contacts that we had made through Arts Lab, we were able to get together with Carolyn and Emily and put it together and have it here. This gallery is an incredible gallery. It's a gallery that brings together all forms of art. We try to have variety in our shows, varied shows. We try to have local artists as well as artists from out of the area. We have had artists that live right here in Bigfork. They're incredible artists. We've had artists from as far away as New Jersey have a show here. So we try to encourage everybody and anybody to, if they are artistic, like art, like to look at art, to come to the gallery. It's also open during any performances that we have. It is a really good opportunity for some artists to be seen by a lot of people, especially if they're being shown in a month. Like in June, we did Fiddler on the Roof, and about 1,300 people saw that show.
I'm Lynn Nachbar from Bigfork, and I am involved with the Edge Center for the Arts. I'm on the board, and I have been involved with the gallery part of the Edge Center since the beginning. We started in 2005, so this is our 6th season in the gallery. We have shows that change monthly from May through December, and then during the winter we have a permanent collection which we hang, and the gallery's only open then during events that happen during the winter time. We rely on volunteers completely, the whole Edge Center does. And so we have different people who are in the, hosting the gallery in the months when we're open. And that's why we're closed in the winter. It's hard to get that many volunteers during the winter. We try to get a wide variety of different kinds of art. And we have a juried show in the middle of the summer. In June we had a painting show with winter paintings. And in August we had a print show. In September we had a glass blower. And now we have this Native American show, which is the first Native American show that we've had here. We want the community to know that there is our exhibits which change monthly, and our goal is to have a wide variety of different kinds of art, different media, different forms of expression, different styles, and just to give the kind of a remote area of the state a chance to see what we bring in that's from elsewhere, much of it, although some of it's local. And we can bring variety to what people can see here and not have to leave home.
Just because we're a little gallery in a little town in Bigfork, which is 469 people in it, we are not a little gallery. We are a professional, high quality, very classy gallery. And many people walk in the door and their first reaction is, oh wow, I had no idea. So don't just think that it's going to be, I don't know what, just come and see it. It's an incredible gallery.
It does get very, very loud and very hot. These chips and stuff that you see on the ground, they fly everywhere. So, man, I wish you got a sweater, a hooded sweater on you.
I don't.
Because you will get burned. The main thing I look for is quartz crystals in the rock. If the rock is really, really chunky and has shiny stuff on it, I don't bother with the rock. I look for a smooth-faced rock. When I'm flaming the rock, if it sparkles off like cornflakes, then it's a good rock. It can hold heat and it will not crack on me. Quartz crystals in the rock will hold heat, they'll absorb heat, keep it, and then my whole rock will split. I'm usually going with the shape of the rock. I'm not trying to force it to be something else. I go with just the plain look of it. Tell you the truth, I really don't know. It just comes naturally to me. I broke my arm like a year and a half ago, and my boss asked me if I wanted to do some flaming. I said, well, yeah, one arm, I'll do it. You know, it was just regular 3/4 slabs. And well, he put me onto it, and I did the 3/4 slabs, and then next thing you know, they wanted me, as soon as my arm healed, they asked me if I wanted to do some bird bath. I said, sure, I'll give it a try. It just came naturally. They gave me a couple boulders, and I went to work. I look at how the flame is affecting the rock itself. If the flame just splatters all over, or it gets really, really, really shiny, like the sun, well, then I know it's holding heat. If it just splatters and looks like lava, and it doesn't splatter off, it just molds on there and goes black, like charcoal. Most rocks have really big chunks of quartz crystals in them. All rocks have quartz crystals in them, but the ones that I look for, it's like they're just dusted with it. There's shiny particles in them, but it's like dust. Red rocks are pretty much the best ones to work with. It's not as hard as a blue rock. A blue rock is condensed very, very hard. This is granite too, but it's a lighter granite. It's not compressed. When the earth made the rock, it just didn't get compressed together as good, you know. It's just more lighter, I should say. I look for smooth surfaces. See, like a blue rock, they malt up like lava, and it doesn't splatter. It looks like running lava going across the rock. If you ever at a beach or something, seen a couple rocks, you see a red one and a blue one, lift them up one time. A red rock will be twice as lighter than a blue one. As you can see right here, there is quartz crystals in here, and this is probably where I'd have the most trouble in a rock. There's like white particles in here, and that's quartz crystals. If I were to draw my line down farther with my gun, it would hit those quartz crystals, and it would just turn into a big, bright mini sun. Because quartz crystals, like I said, they absorb heat, and then they want to crack the rock and just split like an egg, you know. This is a jet stick. It runs up to about 160 decibels. The flame reaches about 3,000 degrees. So yeah, it does get a little warm. We built this thing here to try to silence the noise from it and all the particles that flies off the rock and capture it so it doesn't go everywhere. Every now and then we have a bobcat coming through, and we didn't want to flame and then have it falling on them when they're going through, you know. And so yeah. But it's a pretty handy gun to have. Sounds like a mini airplane. You can see my loon and my turtle there. This loon wasn't too hard. I started somewhere right in here. I was going to make a regular little bird bath with a circle right here. Well, I got to this side of the rock, and then I figured to have a little river running through and then have another little hole somewhere in here. Well, I got to thinking, I took a step back, and hey, this looks like a Minnesota state bird, a loon. So I tried to finish it up. I thought to myself, what does a loon look like swimming in the water? And so I torched its front end, and then I got up by the head and I give it its beak, and it just came out as planned. My turtle there, that was the same deal I had. I was just going to make a regular round bird bath, and then I noticed my angles that I was dealing with. All I'd have to do was put my torch straight up and down and give her legs. It just turned out magically. It just came to me. I wasn't really trying to make a turtle. It just came naturally to me. I tell you the truth. I made hearts. I made arrowheads. Just plain objects, you know. Just my next project is probably going to be a bear. That's what I'm working on. The only part I'm worried about is the snout, because that's going to be a little tough. I see my gun. It blows so hard from the heat and stuff. It'll just rip a rock right apart, easy, no problem. I'm going to start making sketches of them. Draw out the animal so big and so wide, and then put it on a flat based rock, and then take a permanent marker and outline it. And then I can also set my jet stick to a lower decibel where it ain't blowing so hot, and when I put the flame on her, it's not taking so much off. When I crank it full blast, it will pretty much blow a hole right into a rock, no problem. Let there be light.
That glass is a really nice touch. Poetic.
Yeah, it's heated glass. I think a person called in for a rock like this. They wanted to see how it would work. So boss man told me to grab a 3-foot thick rock and try it out, you know, put a 15-inch hole in there and some heated glass, and voila. I have another one right over there, what it looks like without the glass and the fire rings and all that. The rest of my bird bass are sitting over there. I like these high points right here where a bird can stand up on top, and if he wants to jump down, let him go, you know. You got some natural landscaping for your yard. Figured, yeah, I may as well try to make a feather. So I did it. I just thought of a feather and I shaped it like one. This is 100% American made.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Common Ground.
If you have a segment idea for Common Ground, please contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. Individual segments or copies of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org. If you have segment ideas pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund by the vote of the people on November 4th, 2008.